Okay guys, this is question number 3 from the May 2019 Edexcel AS Pure Maths paper. Okay, we're looking at integration in this question. Part A, given that k is a constant, find the integral of this function, simplifying your answer. Okay, so writing it in index form, so we have the integral of 4x to the minus 3, okay, plus kx dx. Okay, so we're treating k as just a number, okay, a constant. Okay, so this is an indefinite integral, so I've got to remember my constant of integration at the end. Okay, so integrating this, guys, we add 1 to the power and then divide by the new power. So we have 4x to the minus 2 divided by minus 2, okay, plus kx squared over 2. Okay, we add 1 to the power of x and then divide by the new power, okay, squared over 2, and then plus my integration constant or constant of integration, the plus c, guys. Okay, simplifying this, guys, I get minus 2x to the minus 2, okay, plus a half kx squared plus the constant of integration, so plus c, okay, and that is my final answer. Now I can write the x to the minus 2 as 1 over x squared, so I can also write it as minus 2 over x squared if I want to. That's also allowed, okay? So I can write it as minus 2 over x squared. This is also allowed, guys, okay? Either format is fine, okay? So that's my answer for part A. For part B, it's an indefinite integral. So it says work out the integral of this, okay? So hence find the value of k such that the integral between 1/2 and 2 of this function dx is equal to 8. So we have this function here, guys. So we're going to have minus 2, okay, x to the minus 2 plus 1/2 kx squared. Okay, and this is between, okay, so this is between the limits of 0.5 and 2. Remember that when I have a definite integral, guys, I don't need the plus c. Okay, so that will just obviously go. Okay, so let's just obviously delete this actually now that we've done part A. So we've got a bit more space to answer part B. Okay. Oops, sorry. So hopefully part A makes sense. Remember that when you integrate, you add 1 to the power and divide by the new power. Okay, when you integrate, guys, okay? So, okay, so subbing this in, okay, so subbing in 2 first. I'm going to have minus 2 brackets 2 to the minus 2, okay, plus 1/2 k times 2 squared, so 1/2 k times 4, okay, or 1/2 of 4k you could say, so that would just simplify to 2k, okay, to make it a bit easier. So 1/2 lots of 2 squared, which is going to be 4, okay, and then times it by 1/2, it goes to 2, okay, so I'm going to take away, okay, so this take away, now I'll try and obviously put this one here to make it a bit easier, okay, so minus 2 times 1/2 to the minus 2, well 1/2 to the minus 2, okay, working this out either on your calculator or using the laws of indices, goes to positive 4, okay, times by minus 2 goes to minus 8, so that's going to be minus 8 there. Then I'm going to put 1/2 into here. Well, I'm going to get 1/2, which is going to be a quarter, times 1/2 is going to be an 1/8 k, so plus an 1/8 k. Okay, now when I work this out, so this take away this has to equal the number 8. Okay, so simplifying the first part, 2 to the minus 2 goes to a quarter, so I get minus 1/2 here for this first part. So I get minus 1/2, okay, plus 2k minus, and then brackets minus 8 plus an 1/8 k is equal to 8. Minus 1/2 minus 8 goes to 7.5, okay, when I sort that out. So I get 7.5, I'm going to have 2k take away 1/8 k. Well, imagine that's going to be equal to 16 over 8k. Take away 1/8 is going to go to 15 over 2k. Okay. That has to equal 8. Take away 7.5 from both sides, so I get 15 halves k is equal to 1/2. 8 take away 7.5 goes to 1/2. Multiply both sides by 2/15. Okay. So I have 1/2 times 2/15, which goes to 2 over 30 or 2/30. Okay, which simplifies, okay, to 1/15. Okay, when I cancel top and bottom by 2, okay, that goes to 1, that goes to 1. 1 times 1 is 1, and then 1 times 15 is 15. So k is equal to a 15th, okay, when I put the numbers in. Okay, remember that it's the top limit when you sub it in, take away the bottom limit, okay, that has to equal the number 8. So then we formed an equation, a linear equation involving k, okay. Excuse the pun there, I've said okay quite a lot of times, sorry. We formed an equation involving the letter k. So we did minus 1/2 minus 8, so that becomes minus 1/2 plus 8, which is going to be 7.5 or 7.5. 2k minus 1/8 k goes to 15 over 2k, but again, you can do this on your calculator. Okay, solving that equation, we get that k is equal to a 15th. Okay, so that the answer to part B is equal to 1/15th. Okay, so the value of the letter k is equal to 1/15th. Okay, or the decimal conversion. But again, I would avoid expressing things in decimals. It's always best to write things in exact form. Okay, but do of course remember, guys, that you can use a calculator. Okay, I know that I'm doing this obviously here without a calculator, but obviously in the exam, okay, make sure that you are using your calculator and that you utilize your calculator features. Okay, and obviously show full workings where possible. Okay, I'm just trying to obviously show you my full workings as to how I would obviously approach the question, but of course you are of course under like a time constraint. Okay, so some steps you may of course miss or miss out, which is fine, but I like to show my full workings so anyone that watches the video or watches the channel can at least gauge where I worked out, okay, that part. Okay, right guys, that's the end of today's short, sharp video, okay, for question 3. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please comment, please share, and please subscribe, and I'll see you inside the next video, okay? Bye for now.